You're back. I'm glad to see I haven't scared you off yet. Yes, I guess I did promise to tell you everything. Come, walk with me. Hmm? We're not really headed anywhere. Maybe I just wanted to walk with my best friend again. Is that so bad? That's a pretty ring. Yes, I will tell you what happened, but before all that, I'm sure you have a lot of questions for me. Yes, I did say I was a strange kid. What did I mean exactly? Come closer. Do you believe in magic? If I told you that magic is real, would you believe me? How about now? I was born into a family of magic users. Everyone in my family possessed the ability to perform magic. In our house, it was common to find moving silverware, flying books, and the like. When I was a child, I didn't realize yet that our normal is different from all the others. I didn't know that forks were supposed to not move around by themselves, or that people turning to cats weren't really a real thing. Although my parents told me to keep our abilities secret, but as a child, I didn't really get it. So when I go outside, I say things that the other kids think are weird and abnormal. The day of the festival, the two of us were together that day. I remember I didn't really want to go to the festival. Festivals were always crowded. People just pushing each other, kids running around screaming. You really wanted to go though. The exact words you said were, "Come on, Ella, it'll be so much fun. Don't worry about those pesky kids. I'll be with you all day." In the end, I went with you. It was the most fun I've had since. Remember, you even dared me to play that knockdown game? I only agreed because you promised to buy me a strawberry parfait if I won. Anyway, I was worried that my parents would get angry if I stayed a little late. So we agreed to go home right after we ride the Ferris wheel. Does any of these remind you of anything? It sounds familiar. Do you feel it? Somehow it feels right, doesn't it? Even if you can't remember it. No, I'm okay. It's just... After the Ferris wheel, that's when everything went wrong. The moment we stepped out of the ride, someone bumped into me and asked me to help them find their bag. I told you I'll be quick, but when I turned to find you, you weren't there anymore. I thought it was odd because you made it clear to me that we were going to walk home together. I called for you. I looked for you everywhere, but you were nowhere to be seen. It was half an hour later that I found you behind the corner booth. God, I was too late. If I had been just a few seconds earlier. When I finally found you, you were incredibly disoriented. Heck, you were barely conscious, and you weren't alone. Standing above you was a tall figure. I couldn't see their face because they had a hood on, but they seemed to be doing intense sorcery on you. I've never felt that amount of power before. It was so dark. They were whispering a chant, and I could tell they were feeding off of you. Their hand was gripping your head, and it was pulsing with raw intent. The moment I saw what was going on, I ran over and pushed them away from you. That night, I'm sorry. The hooded figure got away. God, I'm so sorry. I know I should have chased them, but I couldn't leave you alone like that. You were shaky and looked really worn out. What if you got attacked again? So I stayed and asked you what was wrong. Sweetheart, when I pushed them, it interfered with the ritual, but most of the damage was done. When you finally opened your eyes, you stared at me. You stared at me like you didn't know who I was. I thought you were joking at first, but when I was going to help you up, you pushed me away. And when I looked into your eyes, right before you walked away, I knew you really had no idea who I was. You never could lie to me. Not for anything like that. The blank look you gave me, you can't fake that at all. Especially to me. I knew that whatever happened with that hooded figure that night, it erased any memory you've ever had of me. You're here. This is my house. Make yourself at home. I have a feeling we'll be here for a while.